Dear aquarists, welcome again to my videos on fish disease cases. And today with a background of the Amazon in the area of Manaus, Barcelos, where I traveled some years ago. Today I will not talk about an Amazon fish, but I will introduce you to another fish which is in the last couple of years becoming very interesting to keep in the aquarium hobby. It's the Carinotetraodon travancoricus, which is a small puffer fish that eats snails. So some people like to have this small puffer fish in the aquarium to avoid having a pest of snails. Well, it's already our case number 80. That's how far we go already in our work. And here you see the fish I pulled out of the aquarium. You see how skinny they are. You see their body doesn't look right. Their tails, their fins, they look like wasted away. Here we see another part of the video. And you see particularly this one here. It's very skinny. The fish is looking very weak and dying. Unfortunately, that was the problem when the fish arrived. And the first thing, of course, we always do, and I recommend take a skin scraping. And you notice the high quantity of bacteria here on the scale. You see the bacterial colonies sitting here on the side. You see the tiny black spots inside the water content. You can follow my teaching lessons on taking microscopy and skin scraping, which I explain on Patreon, or I give a training on fish diseases for you, how to become a fish doctor. So you here can see all the colonies. The gills look perfect. So nothing particularly I could say that was happening in the gills. So they look pretty well looking gills. So the fish seem to survive for a certain time. But the thing is, the fish were very skinny. So we start examining the intestine, and we could find no food in the intestine. The fish had nothing to secrete. And we found here the spleen, which has some melanomacrophage centers, might be a bacterial infection, maybe secondary, but the fish were skinny and no food. So what can I tell you is that the fish was maybe having a starvation. We found here in between, see, high amounts of bacteria. So that might be a cause of that the fish is wasting away, yes. But what could be the primary cause? Could have been, well, the collecting of the fish, the stress of transport, all things we should try to examine. It's looking for the origin of the problem. The stress before, during transport, not having an adequate food, or a fight for food, because sometimes the bigger fish in a group like these Carinotetraodon, the bigger ones are eating all the food and the small ones have no chance. It could be all possible. So things you all have to think about is all those stress factors which can play a role, and the bacteria can be secondary. In this case, we would try to recommend to feed with a good quality live or frozen food that is free of microbes. Or you can try to help feeding the fish to learn and eating granulates. And we have a product for that. That's Dr. Bassleer Powerfish. Oh, I'm missing an S here. This Powerfish, which is a new product you spray on the fish food, the frozen or the live food, and learn the taste of our Dr. Bassleer food granulates. And one of the ones which are very favorite for the fish which has never seen a granulate is the cavar. The cavar is a super high quality, super smelling or tasting, I would say, for the fish, where you can start feeding with it. You can try to apply an antibacterial treatment because some of the fish are wasted away due to the bacterial infection. So it's correct feeding, maybe applying an antibacterial treatment, and it's for the supplier to increase the quality of the fish. So prevention is better than control is also check your aquarium, maybe install extra plants or other natural objects in the aquarium that avoids the stress of fighting and aggression between those Carinotetraodon. So also suggestions, many things to evaluate before you start thinking about treating. It's about preventing. So I hope you can stay tuned for my next coming videos. I have more to come. I'm still continue to have cases coming up to me and getting on my microscopy table and then my microscope. Thank you for watching and becoming again a better expert in caring about your fish. Thank you.